Hey everybody, and welcome to chapter 2 of my series. Really, it's just so fun to write these and just make this about my own character, even though people are probably never gonna watch this, but still, it's fun. Right now, it's after a few days, like in the first chapter, but because it's really just waiting for Emerald to recover, as him being nearly dead or half dead isn't really gonna do much in terms of like story. But for now, it's time to get on with this. Chapter 2, Time to Shine. Chapter 2, Faith in Others. Soon after Emerald's declaration of trying to find Whisper, the door opens up again, and Tails and another figure arrives. A short bunny with a plate of cookies and a glass of water. Hey! I see you're awake. Your body's already looking great. I've checked with the doctors and they said your condition is improving at a steady rate. Probably faster than most people they've seen. Emerald gives out a light chuckle. It's raspy and hoarse, but it's a chuckle nonetheless. The start to his vocal cords coming back. I see your voice is coming back. Can you speak now? Maybe you can introduce yourself. Hi there, mister. I brought some cookies and some water. The doctor said you could try solid food now. My name's Cream. What's your name? Emerald gives a small smile. Being Cream, a little girl trying her best to help out wherever she can. It reinforces the fact that what he was doing before, why he's doing the things he did, was worth it. Trying to save people, and trying to save innocent lives from being hurt. My name's Emerald. Well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Emerald. I'm gonna place these over here. My mom made them for you. Cream really does try her best, and it does help that her mom makes the best cooking I've ever had, Tails remarks. Emerald gives a small chuckle as he positions himself to the right side edge of the bed, planning to get off. It's fine. People like her remind me of the reason why I even joined the Diamond Cutters in the first place. Tails pauses and gives a slight head tilt. Diamond Cutters? He wonders aloud, as then he remembers. Oh, your cloak. It was severely damaged by whatever happened to you. Was that your uniform? We even found your Wispin. It was right beside you. It's nothing like I've seen before. Channeling the power of the Cyan Wisp. It's a work of art. Yep, that is the uniform. Speaking of, where is my scythe? Where'd you guys put it? Oh, I put it in the cabinet next to the door. It should be right there whenever you're ready to get up. Though I definitely recommend you shouldn't get up. You're too wounded still. Emerald gives a grin. I think I'll be fine. As he then slips off of the bed and plants his feet, he feels a sharp pain in his leg as he recognizes he hasn't been standing for 2 weeks and his body's still wrecked. A bad combination that sends him to the floor almost immediately. Mr. Emerald, are you okay? Cream exclaims as she rushes toward him to try to help Emerald up. I told you to be careful, Tails adds, rushing towards him to lend Emerald his shoulder. With both of their help, Emerald goes into a stagger and leans on Tails a little. Yeah, how long have I been out? Feels like I've hardly ever used my legs. We're not exactly sure, but it's been a while since your decay. Judging from the state we found you in, you must have been out for 2 weeks, maybe even 3. Emerald's eyes widen as it started to make sense with how much his body has seemingly thinned out and decayed. Looking at himself in the mirror, he never realized that he spent that long dead. However, he gives a deep sigh. Sorry. It's just that I didn't really know I was gone for that long. By the way, did you all... Tails nods subtly as a sign. Yeah, we know. Emerald then lowers his head, moves away from Tails and Cream, moving on his own with his fists clenched so hard that it left bruises. Mr. Emerald, please stop. You're hurting yourself. Please, just stop. Just sit down, please. Yet he still walked, as he chose to limp on the wall, heading to the door. Wait, Emerald, you're not well yet. You still need to recover. I have to find her. I have to find... He says in a gruff voice. His mind wanders back to Whisper. Gaia knows how she's taking it all in, especially after he made a promise to her. Suddenly, the place flashes back to before the plan. It felt like as if it was yesterday. Him, Smithy, Slinger, Mimic, they were all around the table discussing plans that Mimic found. How taking out the base would send a power out all the way through the coastline. With the hedgehogs out, this was their chance to make it big. This was their chance to finally get a one-up on Eggman. With this, we'll finally have our names out throughout the land. People will want us to do all sorts of things. And they would finally have new recruits, maybe. Any other time, I'd think to knock some sense into you. But you're alright. With this, we'll finally have a one-up on Eggman. And relay this stuff to the Resistance and other rebel groups. We could finally have something that could change the tide of this war once and for all. With this, we finally could have a leg up on Eggman. I'm ready for this. What's the plan? Whisper. Listen, just hang back for now, alright? But why? Mimic says we're all needed on the ground for this one. I'm not sure myself. I just have a bad feeling about this. No, Mimic's probably right. We can't let this opportunity pass us. We'll just have to be extra careful. Alright? Emma walks towards the two, wanting to reassure them on the mission. Hey, it's okay. I agree, Whisper. You should hang back, just in case, you know? If things go wrong, we always have you to have our back. Besides, I think you're a better marksman than Slinger. I heard that! Sorry. But still, if you want, after this, we could talk, like we usually do. You know? Back over there in the top of the roof. So that's where you two run off to. We've been worried sick ever since you've been doing that recently. Whoops, secret's out. Are you sure? Whisper asks. Emerald gives a slight grin. Yeah, after we're done with the mission, I promise I'll take you over to that one place you like to go to. Besides, it's been a while since the rest of us have had a break. Back to the present, Emerald was now walking slowly with a limp to the door, his mind dead set on his mission. I failed them. The mission was too easy. I couldn't have anybody's back. There were too many to count. I failed them. But at least she's... He thinks to himself. Making his way over to the cabinet, he opens it, revealing his scythe and his tattered clothes. The scythe in question was about 4.5 feet tall, cyan blue handles, and a teal blade that looked like a lightning streak. It was created by Smithy to allow Emerald to tear through badniks like they were hot knife through butter, especially since he was oddly good at manipulating electricity with his electrokinesis. His robe, however, it was tattered to bits, barely some strands, and the only piece held together was the collar. He, however, took the cloak and began to rip into it, turning it into a scarf rather than a cloak, to which he began wearing on his neck. Before he grabbed the scythe, however, Amy stepped through the door, looking around and seeing him going after the cabinet. Oh, you're up early. Are you okay? I'm sure it must hurt. Yeah, but I can manage. What are you... Miss Amy, Mr. Emerald was trying to get out. He grabbed his things and was going to leave. What? No, you can't. You're still recovering. It's a miracle you can even still walk. How are you? I'm fine. I just need to get my bearings straight. I feel rusty. You can't go anywhere. Not with your body this damaged. You're still recovering. Just lay back and relax. Everything's going to be taken care of. You don't need to do anything right now. Emerald looks up at her with determination and fury in his eyes. Then I choose to try. Eggman has taken a lot from me, and I won't let him take more from someone else. Amy pauses for a little, trying to find the right words to use. Finally settling on these. We know who the Diamond Cutters were. We know what they've done. You guys were a fantastic team. They gave us good information about Eggman and what he was doing, destroying bases, gathering intel. We know about all that. I'm sorry for what happened to your team, but this doesn't mean you can go out there and try to recklessly pursue revenge. Sit down, relax. We'll take down Eggman together and avenge your team. The next words Amy said gave them pause. What are you trying to look for? He lowered his head a little, trying to find the right words, trying to see if it was okay for him to reveal this truth. Tails and Cream stand beside Amy as well. We can help you. You don't have to do this alone. Yeah, we can find whoever you're looking for. Just tell us who it is. I'll try to help as best I can. Emerald balled his fists again. This time, really wanting to hold back.
Why bother trying to tell them about everything? After all, they'll just get in the way. There are more bodies that he can use to his advantage. And where will you be after that? Back to square one. Why not let me take over? So that you can rest easy, knowing that he'll be gone for sure.
He ignores the voice in his head and gives a great sigh. Alright. I'm trying to look for Whisper, the last remaining Diamond Cutter besides myself. I need to find her and tell her that I'm okay. Amy nods and looks down at him. We can help you find her, but we can't help you if you're like this, alright? So, tell us what she looks like, and maybe we can find her. Emerald hesitates again, but once again continues. She is a wolf with the same clothes as me. Same outfit, really. She wears a mask. She was our sniper. Taking cover and shooting from a distance. Nothing ever saw her coming. All they would hear is the ping of a wisp and an explosion following after. Wait, that sounds like... Amy begins to think. Tails also recognizes it as well. And also Cream. Wait, that does sound kind of familiar. It's the guardian angel of the battlefield. It's her. Wait, what? Emerald's eyes widen as he stands straight, looking at Cream. Do you know where she's okay? Cream excitedly beams. Yeah, she's really cool. She saves everybody. Whenever people need saving, you'll be there. Helping save the civilians, saving innocent lives, and always leaving. People see her in the distance, firing away. Emerald pauses for a moment, trying to take in everything that he heard. She's alive. That sounds like her. She's always covering people's backs, always saving them from close calls. It was her. It's so like her. Emerald starts to laugh, half crying, half laughter. I'm so glad. I'm just glad she's alive. The group begin to smile as they see Emerald, who is now collapsed to his knees, silently be relieved at the fact that one of his teammates is alive. The very teammate that let him into the group, that invited him to the group, that always cheered him on, always encouraged him, was always there whenever he needed her or needed a helping hand. The others knew how close they were. They were best friends, even if Emerald could hear Claire's prediction of them being something more in the future. He couldn't dwell on it now. The world needed the diamond cutters back. The world needed help. And even with his injuries, he was willing to stand up and fight. Thus he got back up and declared, "I will not be sitting down and letting the world rot as Eggman is still here. I will rest, but that doesn't mean I will stay there. I'll keep trying to get back into shape. And until then, please tell Whisper, if you see her out there, that I'm okay. Please." Amy nods, a warm smile appearing on her face. "Of course we will. We'll let her know as soon as we see her." "Yeah, we'll definitely tell her. But if you could tell us more about her, we could probably try and track her down some more." Dell says, "We're already thinking of possible solutions to trying to fix this conundrum. Please just sit this out until you get better. Just trust us, okay? And when you're back on the field, we'd be more than happy to let you into the resistance." Meanwhile, in an empty field, Guardian Angel of the battlefield had just arrived after saving another group of innocent people fighting for their lives against the Eggman army. She takes off her mask and looks at it fondly, typing something inside of it to project a hollow message. That message goes,
I know you can hear this whisper, and do not be alarmed. I am a benefactor of your dear friend Emerald. I know how much of a connection you two have with each other, so I'll keep this brief. And for once, it's some good news. Someday, at some point, you know what? Let's just say you haven't seen the last of your dear friend. See you soon."
Whisper's grip on her mask tightens. She wants to believe it. She wants to believe that her friend is still alive, that it's true. After a while, Sai appears. Sai was the laser wisp that rode with Emerald when he was alive. It had a sad expression on its face, devastated by the loss. When Whisper put on her mask, it began to say, "I don't know if we should trust it. I want to, but I don't know." And then Orange comes along, a rocket wisp with a formal demeanor, yet now once more downtrodden, as is the others. He speaks to them as well. "This is a conundrum, indeed. I do not know what to make of this, but if it's true, then we must hold out hope. For now, shall we go back to the base? Even if it's not true, then to at least say one last goodbye to the ones that fell." The question Orange said made her conflicted, at a loss. She didn't know what to think. Did she want to go back to the place where her fallen friends were? To see them disgusting, rotten, just for possibly one last chance at closure? She felt confused. But to ease her suspicions, she nodded. It would kill two birds with one stone. It would tell her that the thing that she heard in the mask was wrong, and it would give her one last chance of getting some sort of closure before moving on. Thus, she made her way over. Once she reached the door of where the shadow androids were and where her comrades fell, she hesitated. She didn't want to see it. She wanted nothing to do with this. She wanted to be as far away from this place as she could be. But she knew she had to, otherwise this question would burn in her mind. Thus, she peeled herself away from the wall and looked. And her eyes widened as she saw one of them was missing. One of the bodies was missing. Her wishbone clattered to the ground as all the other wisps sprang out in shock, horror, and sigh with fleeting hope, because Emerald the Jackrabbit, his body was gone. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this and putting it in the background. Really is just me fiddling around with a what if about my character more than any real what if changes like any other YouTuber. But hey, at least you're here. For starters, this series is based off a popular series called Sonic Forces Rewritten by Chpt2. And being honest, the way he rewrites Sonic Forces is a wonder to behold. I really got inspired by that. So for the most part, this series will focus or be heavily inspired by that iteration of Sonic Forces, because that series is just so fucking good. I mean, that video, fuck! By the way, if you'd like to see more of this, be sure to let me know in the comments or by liking this video. Hey, maybe even subscribing would help me out a lot. Or you can head over to my main page, my main channel, full of gaming content, shorts, streams, the like. You can also check me out on twitch.tv/playingtenant. And as always, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Be happy, be healthy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!